The Boko Haram insurgency, which started in Borno state of Nigeria as mere religious conflict, has since spread to neighboring Cameroon, Chad, and Niger Republic as the four nations linked to the Lake Chad Basin. While opening the regional protection dialogue on the Lake Chad Basin organized by Ministry of Interior in collaboration with the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, Vice President YEMI Osinbajo said about 1.8 million IDPs in the northeastern part of the country are currently in dire need of humanitarian assistance. He added that Nigeria will not afford to fail but work for the protection and resuscitation of Lake Chad Basin.
It is estimated that in Nigeria alone, about 1.8 million people, that is hundreds of thousands of IDPs and host communities, living in areas which are inaccessible to humanitarian actors due to insecurity. The situation is not much better in Cameroon, Chad, or the Republic of Niger, which also have sizable IDP populations.
In his message, the United Nations Assistant Secretary General and Regional Humanitarian Coordinator for the Sahel, Mr. TOBY LANZER, said about 5 million people go to bed hungry every day in the Lake Chad Basin.
The Lake Chad Basin, 20 million people, 9 million of whom are in desperate need of humanitarian aid, 5 million of whom will go to bed today hungry. It's not only a question of violent extremism, it's also deeper than that. It's also the challenge of extreme poverty.
Minister of Interior Abdurrahman Bello Dambazao and UNHCR High Commissioner for Protection, Mr. Volta Turk, called for greater collaboration to protect the Lake Chad Basin.
We have a major task at hand, which is to agree on a policy framework on cross-border displacements and return, as well as develop a regional action plan on the protection of the vulnerable population on a sustainable basis.
We have seen some of the pictures, but we've also heard some of the statistics. I was struck by the trauma that both the internally displaced but also the refugees have actually gone through.
On the themes obvious from the presentations and speeches is the conflicting figure of number of IDPs. ALHASSAN, BALA, ITV News, Abuja.